Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Previously, I did a few miscellaneous shrines, and I actually did a maze for once. I know, it's crazy. And this time, I'm going to be continuing on with the DLC campaign. So, without further ado, let's talk about the glaring thing that's happening right now, the fact that there is no cutscene playing here, because I've already been here. I had a quote-unquote failed recording. It was just a recording I wasn't happy with. And I actually came here, I played through a decent amount of the game through that recording, and the autosaves made it so I couldn't come back to the time before I actually got to this area. Luckily, you didn't miss much. The cutscene that plays whenever you get to these areas is the same everywhere you go, so there's nothing really interesting going on there. The only interesting thing I will say is that Cass talked about going outside of his comfort zone in order to get more facts about the Gerudo champion. Meaning he cross-dressed to get into Gerudo, the Gerudo town. I forget what it's called. It's probably just called Gerudo town. I'm not quite sure. I mix up a lot of the Zelda names, like, what came to mind immediately was Gerudo Fortress, or the Pirate's Fortress from, like, Majora's Mask is where the Pirate's Fortress is from, and obviously Gerudo Fortress is from Ocarina of Time. But I just mix up the terms and the names of areas very frequently. But anyway, more importantly, let's listen to Cass's verse. So, there we go. Now, before we actually get into this, for the first time in forever, I actually did remember to show off the pins. There are not meant to be 3 pins in this desert. These are not where all 3 of the trials are, and one of the trials is actually all the way up here. All the way near the, what's it called? It's been so long! What are they called? What are they called? The banana-loving people. Near the banana-loving people's fortress. It's been so long since the last time I actually saw one of them. And I never really talk about them that often. Anyway, the point is, the reason I have 3 pins within the desert is because I actually marked a shrine itself. And I didn't really remember to get rid of it. I plan on doing that shrine eventually, just not this episode. So, yeah, I marked a shrine that was in the desert that is not part of this trial, so I'm not going to be doing that just yet. So I'm going to be ignoring that pin. I believe it's the green one? To my knowledge, it's the green one. I believe the red one is where I need to go, which is why I'm going in the exact opposite direction that I need to. But I will meet you when I get there, and I'll talk about the way the majority of this episode is going to go. Yes, there's a Korok near me. I don't care, honestly. I just put on the Korok mask because it looked cool. Yeah, call me what you will, but I really don't care that there's a Korok near me. Anyway, I'll cut. I'll see you then, when we get there. Not when I cut. I guess technically I will because a cut is instantaneous. I'm gonna shut up now. Alright, quick update. Yep, the red one is the one that I need to not go to, so I'm gonna ignore that one. I'll see you when we actually get to the area I need to go to. Thumbs up. I don't know why I said thumbs up. It's cold here? What? Hello? Okay, it's not, I mean, I guess technically it's still nighttime in the desert, therefore it's going to be cold, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because it definitely doesn't look like nighttime, it looks like sunrise, but, you know what? Whatever, man. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. But we're technically where I need to go, so that's where the cut ends. Right down there is the first trial I need to do. It's the Desert Beast. I'm not quite sure if I've ever fought a Molduga before. Therefore, I'm going to explain the way this fight works, and then I'm going to speed it up. I genuinely genuinely don't think this boss fight is going to be too interesting if I leave it at the normal pace that it's going to be at, well, normally. The reason for that being, this boss fight, especially with the weapons that I have, it's going to take forever and a day. The way that I'm going to tackle this is by throwing bombs down, getting his attention, because once the Molduga gets a bomb, or sees a bomb, or hears a bomb, does whatever with a bomb, they will actually run over to the area where they heard the bomb, and they will start to jump out of the water, of course, of the sand. Leave me alone. And, after that, they are ripe for the picking. You can throw a bomb arrow, yes, throw with your hands, not shoot with a bow and arrow. I'm such a genius today. You can use a bomb arrow. They will get hit out of the sand. They won't jump right back into the sand. They will actually be knocked out of it. They'll land on the ground, and you can use a heavy-hitting weapon in order to deal a lot of damage. You can also use Urbosa's Fury. That's about it. That's the way this boss fight's gonna go. There's nothing else. I'm gonna stand on this area. I'm never gonna get down unless I can attack the Molduga King. Or the Molduking. It's not a Molduga. There are actually different types of them, kind of like there's Steppe Talus, Igneous Talus, Ice Talus, etc. This is a Molduking. The one I usually fight is a Molduga. Moldugas have a little bit less HP, I think, is the way that goes. Not quite sure. But, yeah, this is where I start speeding it up. I hope you enjoy the music that's going to play, because that's probably the most interesting thing that's going to happen during this entire boss fight. Oh my, I can do that? Okay, so the slow motion is stopped for a little bit, strictly because I found out a new way to deal with this guy. Apparently, you don't have to detonate the bomb to make him run over to it. As long as it hits the ground, he will hear the bomb hitting the ground, and then he will go and try to attack it. He will try to eat it, and then you can blow it up in his mouth, making it so you don't have to waste bomb arrows. That's pretty neat. I am very, very down with that. This fight's almost over, so I might as well not start up the slow motion again. Or not the slow motion. Did I say slow motion before? I meant speed up. Whatever. I'm stupid. But yeah, it's almost over, so I might as well not start it up again. I also would like to note that with the heat-resistant armor that I have on me currently, I cannot resist the heat at all. The only heat-resistant armor I have on me is the Gerudo Veil, Gerudo Top, and the Gerudo Serval, whatever that is. And it's not enough to make me not start losing some health, so that kind of sucks, but whatever. I'm probably going to make some food for me once I get to Gerudo Town. I might go to Gerudo Town just to cook, and then I can actually go explore a little bit. That is the plan. But we'll see, we'll see. There's also another side quest I can do in Gerudo Town that I don't think I ever did. Keyword being don't think. I'm not quite sure. Gerudo Spear, that's 16. Alright, I wasted a lot. That is worse than what I have on me. Is it better than the Gerudo Spear? Nope. Is it better than the Throwing Spear? It's the same amount. Okay, then I'm just going to keep that. I don't really care about the Rusty Broadsword weapons. Royal Bow, that's 38. Not bad at all, actually. That's really, really good. This is 70? Okay, hold on. This out. Hopefully the next chest also has something almost this good, because 70, that's amazing. And 14. Okay, that's fine. That'll do. For those of you that are wondering, I believe that those drops are randomized. To my knowledge, they are. Because, again, I have played this fight before, and I do not remember getting those. I remember getting things that were significantly worse. So, that's amazing. It's actually really, really good. I think I'm just going to use, Rivali Scale, just to make this a lot faster. And there's also someone all the way up here who I can talk to, so I might as well do that. Because there's a little bit of fluff dialogue that we can listen to, and if there's fluff dialogue, I want to hear it. So, yeah. As you can see, I'm busy gathering information. Information? Please, let's not play games. Don't try to tell me you don't know who I am. No way. I don't believe it. You've really never heard of the rumor mill? I've heard of it. Whew, thank goodness. If you told me you'd never heard of Hyrule's most popular news publication, Rumor Mill, being the most popular news publication in a post-apocalyptic world, doesn't really sound too great, but hey, whatever floats your boat. I guess that means you have a lot of readers, technically, if you count the population of Hyrule right now. But anyway, more importantly, well, I don't even know how I'd have taken that news. It would have hurt, that's for sure. I'm Tricey? Is that like Tracy, but Tricey? Okay. I'm Tricey herself, you know. Hey now, don't get that wishy-washy garbage out, or get that wishy-washy garbage out of here. Once more, with conviction. Truth is, I'm Tricey herself from Rumor Mill. That name is something I can't get over. Kinda sucks. I suppose that works. Anyway, I hope you enjoy reading the Rumor Mill. I take pride in my work. You there. I saw everything. I can't believe that you were able to defeat that weird Molduking, but I'm not gonna correct you because I was also wrong in the beginning, so, whatever. I'm speechless. Me. Okay, not really, but this has scoop written all over it. Mind if I write a tell-all about you? I see. How unfortunate. You would have been swimming in female attention and adoring fans, you know. I mean it. You're that impressive. Well, that's your decision. To mess up. I'll just go to dig around Gerudo Town for way more interesting scoops. Alright, that's it. That's literally all I wanted to show you. That dialogue of that woman changes after you beat the Molduking. It was different before. I don't remember what it was before, but it was different. They probably just didn't have the information about her wanting to write a scoop on you before, but I like to believe there was a little bit more to that. The dialogue wasn't just slightly changed, but who knows. That's right, this is this one. Okay, this is fun. I'm going to be completely honest with you right now. This is one of the most fun shrines I've ever done. It's also one of the most difficult ones, I'm not gonna lie. If you don't think this through very well, like me, I never think through things at all, this can be very, very challenging. So what you want to do is make this circuit link all the way up to that door over there. There's also another challenge to the left over there. We'll get to that later. I mean the right. Did I say left? I meant the right. The challenge to the right over there. We'll get to that eventually. That gives us, I think, a pretty bad bow, if my knowledge is correct. But yeah, it's not too interesting. What you want to do here is hold this right up there, make the platform move up as high as it possibly can, pull it back, and then drop it all the way up here, making these two connect. Nice. Now that we have this, what I want to do is take this ball, drag it all the way up to the top, ring it around there. That makes that work out well. And this I want to pull out, because this is going to be very important to me. Now, you might have noticed that there is water all the way at the bottom. That is not just so you can conduct electricity better. No, not at all. You can actually use Cryonis there. And put this block all the way up here. And that's it. I made that seem very, very easy, but it was not. I will tell you for a fact, it was not. Why is that not opening? What? Hello? That should be open. Hold on, wait. Okay. I don't know what that was. I realized that the blue bulb was blinking. It wasn't a solid blue color. It was blinking blue. So I'm going to assume that it was continuously going on and off the circuit, that is, somehow. I'm not sure how it did that, but it did it somehow. That's weird. I've never had something like that happen to me. But, yeah, this next puzzle is a little bit easier than that. I made that puzzle seem very, very easy. And that's because I actually remembered how to do it. Before, on my first recording of this, that puzzle was extremely difficult for me. The puzzle was extremely difficult for me to begin with. I actually had to look up the answer to it, I believe, first playthrough through. And I felt really bad about it, but that just goes to show how difficult that puzzle can be. And I figured out the reason that it was difficult is because I forgot Cryonis existed. But the point is, it was difficult in some way, shape, or form. So, I don't know, I really, really like that puzzle. It's super neat. And a similar thing is happening here. Okay. This is weird. I've never had this happen before. That's a very, very odd glitch. I wonder if anyone else has seen that before. I assume they have. Glitches of this game are pretty well known. It's... what's going on? What is going on? And it's just not working. Okay. That's dumb. That's extremely dumb. I'm gonna leave and then come back in immediately and see if I can get that working again, but that's stupid. I don't know why that glitch is happening. Okay, it works now. There we go. I don't know what was going on there. I was, honest to God, confused. Okay, it wasn't a bow, it was a shield, actually. That was 44 defense. Yeah, no. No, I'm not interested, honestly. I like all the shields I have on me. I actually go for more visual pizzazz when I pick up shields, so I don't really care too much for that. But whatever. With that, that's the end of this episode of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Next time, we'll continue on with this trial and probably do the last two shrines. But that's for next time. Until then.